All right, Buster. So today we're doing a commissioned shirt. So I have a cousin that requested that I do a lightning shirt for her, and so that's what we're doing today. Well, hi, YouTube, and welcome back to all my Buster buddies. Hey, it's your big kahuna here, Brad, and this is Brad's Boredom Busters, your tie-dye art channel. Yes, I have a cousin that requested an ice dye gravity lightning shirt. And so that's what we're going to be working on today. And this one's going to be different from the one I've done previously on my channel. She also requested a long sleeve shirt. So we're going to be doing a gravity ice dye lightning on a long sleeve shirt. All right, so what you're going to need for this project is a 100% cotton t-shirt in white. You need to pre-wash that first and then soak it in soda ash solution for at least 20 minutes. And then take that to your washer and spin out as much moisture as you can. I've already done that. My shirt's waiting for me over here. The other things you're going to need, and this is really simple, you just need a washable marker to lay out your lightning bolt pattern, and then a sinew and sinew puller to tie it up, and a pair of scissors to trim it, and then that's all you need. And then I'll show you the gravity setup because it's going to be pretty warm here today. It is May, but it's supposed to get up to about 80. And so I'm going to do the gravity ice dyeing outside. So I'll show you that setup when we get around to that. So let's head over to the work table and get this laid out and tied up. Okay, Busters, so like I said, my shirt's all prepped. It's been pre-washed, soaked in soda ash solution, spun out, and it's just slightly damp. And so now it's ready for us to lay out our lightning bolt. And like I said, we're using a long sleeve shirt. So I've got the sleeves laid out right close to the body of the shirt. And I thought it'd be kind of fun if I could incorporate the sleeve. So instead of coming like down here to the bottom of the shirt to start the lightning bolt, I thought I'd actually start it here on the sleeve, but it'll end up on the shoulder instead of on the other sleeve. But I just thought it'd be kind of interesting to incorporate at least one of the sleeves in this pattern. So that's how I've got it laid out. I've just got it laid flat and tucked in real close. All right, so let's lay out our lightning bolt. I'm going to start here. All right, so there's our lightning bolt laid out, and so now all we have to do is fold that up along that line. So I will, this is going to be a little challenging. I don't want to move the shirt really because I want to leave kind of everything in its position, but I'm going to just pleat it up along this line. So let's get that done. Enjoy the music. That's that. I'll figure out this other sleeve here before we get into the ice dye. But all right, let's get our sinew prepped, get a slip knot on it. That's all the sinew. Let's get that trimmed off. Now, what I want to do, what I'm going to do is take this sleeve, because it's much longer than the tail of the shirt, I'll do a little scrunch on it. Like that, and then I think I'll just lightly wrap that, maybe with some kite string. I think that'll probably do, because I just want to kind of keep it where it's at, but I want the texture that you would get. You know, the rest of it's going to have pleat lines, and this wouldn't have anything. So let's try that. Never done a long sleeve with a lightning, you know, and a gravity, so this is kind of all experimental to me. So let me grab some kite string. Supervisor's coming by. Are you going to help me here, Squirt? Huh? Are you helping? I bet you're not. You always get pissy when I work here. All right, let's try this. Can you move your foot? Are you helping? I bet you're not. Okay, let go of the string. Thank you. All right. All right, and that's about as good as that's going to get. Hopefully that holds it kind of in place. All right, well, hopefully that'll work good enough for our gravity die. And the top part, that's fine the way it is, because it's held by the sinew. So let's get set up for the gravity die. I will get that set up, and then I'll take you outside and I'll show you my setup. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, Busters, so here is my setup. So basically, let me get back. So I've got two ladders, and then I've got a couple of these just 1x2s running across, and then I just ran my vinyl guttering over the top. I use the downspout extensions, and so they have this little connection here, and I just fed it through that. So it sits on there, and then I've got a tub underneath to catch the drippings. The kite string didn't want to hold on. Squirt didn't let me actually wrap it too tight, and so anyway, I switched it out with rubber bands. That seems to be holding fine. It's still not too tight, so that'll work out. Anyway, so that's kind of the general setup. It's nice and warm out, and so the ice will melt nicely. So let me get the camera back on the tripod, and then we'll talk about the colors and get this on the ice. All right, Busters, so I'll try not to make too many shadows on the work. But anyway, so let's go over the colors. So I'm going to be using black cherry, sapphire blue, and new black, all Dharma colors. And I'll probably like do the sapphire diagonally, new black, the black cherry diagonally, and then I think I'll put new black, a little bit of it right in the center. And so let's get the dye on here. And then after we apply the dye, obviously then we'll put on some dry soda ash before we apply the ice. All right, so our sapphire blue. Well, you're just a... All right, well, wasn't paying attention on the jars that I picked up. I guess we're going to have new black here on the outside edges. Anyway, whatever. We'll make it work. Actually, new black does color split nicely with ice dye, so obviously it's not what I intended, but it's what I got. All right, so we'll do the sapphire here. I guess we'll just put the black cherry in the middle. Wasn't paying attention to my jars that I picked up. Oh well, like Bob Roth says, no mistakes, just happy accidents. Hey, who knows? Maybe it'll make it better than it would have been before. Anyway, and this will be the black cherry. We'll put that in the middle. Alrighty. And now some dry soda ash. Alright, Busters. So that's the dye application. So I'm going to put my ice on, and I saw this trick from Angie from Fun Endeavor Tie-Dye. She had used a Dollar Tree pencil tray to make a block of ice, so it's easier to control, and it's really, yeah, it was a cool idea. So you can come up with this nice block, and it has a smooth side, so you can just lay it right across the whole project. And that'll melt down nicely. And then once this is all melted out, I'll take a look to see how much dye is run down both sides of the shirt. If I want more saturation to run down further, I'll apply more ice. But then after the ice is all melted out, I'll probably bring it into the garage and stick it in one of my curing tubs to let it cure for 24 hours. So then after it's cured, I'll do a rinse out. We'll start with a cold water rinse to flush out the soda ash, and then turn it up to hot to flush out any dye that hasn't bonded with the shirt. And then after it's all rinsed out, I'll put it in the laundry. We'll do a hot water wash with detergent and Synthropol, which is a professional textile detergent. And you can grab that or any other tools or materials that you see me use in my videos down in my affiliate links, so help yourself. That helps out my channel. And then after it's been washed and dried, we'll bring it back in and we'll do our reveal and see how this long sleeve lightning bolt shirt comes out. Thanks for watching. Okay, Busters, so here is our finished lightning bolt. Hey, this came out all right. So, you know, the issue with me applying the black in the wrong spot on the shirt, it didn't hurt it at all. Actually, I kind of like that I put the black cherry in the center. That kind of went along the lightning bolt there. Yep, but the blue and the black look great. So I'd say this is a real success. I'm very happy with the result, and I'm sure my cousin will be too. I think this is a real winner. Hey, if you like it though, let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you think this is a great shirt and you like this video. And if you do, share it around. That helps out my channel. Yeah, show your friends what I'm up to here. So that helps me out. And you know, you've made it this far in the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, well, go ahead. Subscribe right now. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. We do cool stuff like this all the time. Yep, I really appreciate you watching. Like I say, I think this one came out a real winner. I'm sure she'll be happy with it. But hey, I'm glad you watched. Thanks for sticking around. Love all my subscribers. Peace out, baby. And go have fun tie-dyeing. No. Squirt. No. Don't lay on this shirt. No, shut up. Get out of here. Oy.